500 kilometers south of the Giza Plateau lies the city of Abydos, the holiest city of ancient Egypt. Here, the pharaohs believed the god Osiris was buried. And here, behind the temple of Seti I, 10 meters underground, lies a structure unlike any other Egyptian temple. It is the Osireion, massive granite blocks, some weighing up to 100 tons, stacked with astonishing precision. Square pillars rising from the depths, water channels, and most importantly, mysterious groundwater that fills its floor, exactly like the Osiris Shaft. The official story says it is a symbolic temple built by Seti I. But the truth the stones scream is entirely different. This is not a temple. This is proof. Proof that the lost technology we found at Giza was not isolated. It was part of a network that stretched across all of Egypt. In 1902, the famous archaeologist Flinders Petrie was digging in the sands of Abydos when he discovered something strange. It was not a traditional tomb. It was a massive granite structure buried entirely underground. When his team removed the sand, they found themselves facing an unbelievable sight. A temple built as if from another world. Massive granite pillars, a ceiling made of colossal stone blocks, and a floor submerged in water. The first problem they faced: how could Seti I, who ruled for only 13 years, have built this gigantic structure? Petrie concluded that the temple must be far older, and that Seti I had perhaps only restored it. But if it is older, who built it? Let us examine the architecture of the Osireion. The building is completely underground, dug into a massive pit. The ceiling is made of granite blocks weighing over 60 tons each. The pillars are solid granite, 5 meters high. And around the building, a deep water channel allows groundwater to flow freely. The design is eerily similar to the Osiris Shaft at Giza, but larger and more complex. The perplexing question: how did the builders lift 60-ton blocks and lower them into a deep pit underground? No wooden ramp can bear that weight, and there is no evidence of cranes. It is the same engineering miracle we saw at Giza. The Osireion is built entirely of red granite, the same material as the Osiris Shaft and the King's Chamber. But the difference here is the sheer quantity of granite used. Massive blocks, precisely cut and assembled without any mortar. As at Giza, we find identical tool marks, spiral drilling marks, mirror-smooth surfaces, and sharp angles impossible with copper chisels. This proves that the builders of the Osireion used the same ultrasonic technology used by the builders of the Great Pyramid. The same tools, the same precision, the same unknown age. The Osireion was not designed to be dry. The surrounding channel, the connected passages, and the sloping floor were all designed to allow groundwater to enter. Exactly like the Osiris Shaft. The water here is not a leak, it is a deliberate feature. The design allows complete control over the water level. This is not a symbolic temple, this is a hydraulic structure. And when you put piezoelectric granite in water, you get electricity. Just as we explained in the heart video, the Osireion was not the tomb of Osiris. It was the power station of Osiris. In the pyramid texts, the oldest religious texts in the world, there is a precise description of the island of flame, or the mound of creation, that emerged from the primeval waters of Nun. The Osireion is the architectural embodiment of this myth. It is a granite island surrounded by water, and in its center there was a symbolic sarcophagus for the god, or perhaps the actual container for the energy device. The myth describes the place. Water surrounds it and fire burns in its heart. This is not poetic imagery. This is a technical description of a system that generates energy from water and granite. The Osireion is the physical proof that Egyptian myths preserved lost scientific knowledge. On one of the pillars of the Osireion, there is a symbol deeply carved into the granite. It is the flower of life, a sacred geometric symbol composed of overlapping circles. This symbol appeared in the Temple of Osiris and then spread across all ancient civilizations. But the question is, how was this symbol carved into solid granite? A copper chisel cannot do it. Modern laser technology can barely do it. Yet, the symbol is there, engraved with astonishing precision. The flower of life is not just decoration. It represents the geometric pattern of creation, the fundamental frequency of the universe. Did the builders place it there as a message, as proof that they understood the physics of the cosmos that we have only recently discovered? If you compare the Osireion with the Osiris Shaft and the King's Chamber, you will find a terrifying similarity. The same granite, the same underground design, the same water system, the same tool marks, the same total absence of inscriptions and paintings. The only difference is that the Osireion is larger. This means the builders were developing a single design, or perhaps the Osireion was the original project and Giza was the upgraded version, or vice versa. In any case, the architecture is one, proving that all these sites were built by the same civilization, with the same technology, and for the same purpose. The Osireion is not just an energy machine. It is also an astronomical calendar. The long axis of the building aligns perfectly with the sunrise point on the summer solstice. Some researchers believe the Osireion was part of an astronomical observation network, like the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx. The temple lies on longitude 31.9 degrees east, a line that extends from Abydos to Giza. All the major sites in ancient Egypt lie on precise longitudes and latitudes that form a geometric grid. Was this astronomical grid part of the energy system? Did the builders use star alignments to tune the frequencies of their machines? The possibilities are staggering. In the Lost Network video, we propose that Giza may be connected to other sites via tunnels and water channels. The Osireion at Abydos is the next station in this network. It lies 500 kilometers from Giza, along the Nile River. The Nile itself may have been part of the system, a natural waterway connecting the power station. Giza in the north, Saqqara in the middle, and Abydos in the south. 3 stations, 1 network. The ancient Egyptian civilization was not building isolated pyramids. It was building a national energy grid. The myth of Osiris is exactly what we explained in the Heart video. The god is killed, his body is cut into pieces. Isis gathers them, and he is resurrected. The Osireion is the place where this killing and resurrection occurred. The sarcophagus in the center, which is now empty, would die, discharging its energy, and then be resurrected, recharged, by the water and the granite. The myth is an operating manual, and the Osireion is the device on which the manual was applied. This is not superstition. This is physics preserved in a religious form. The current Osireion is tilted. The ceiling is partially collapsed. The pillars are cracked. The official explanation says an earthquake destroyed it. But some researchers propose a darker theory. The destruction was deliberate. At some point, new priests or new rulers decided to shut down the machine. Perhaps because they no longer understood it. Perhaps because they feared it. Or perhaps because they wanted to hide the evidence of advanced technology. The Osireion, like the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx, appears to have been abruptly abandoned and deliberately buried. The knowledge was lost. The machine was destroyed. And anyone from rediscovering it was prevented. Why was this machine built at Abydos? Abydos was not just a city. It was the city of the gods, the holiest place in Egypt. Every king wanted to be buried here, or at least build a memorial temple. Thousands of years of pilgrims visited this place. Perhaps they were not just pilgrims. Perhaps they came to charge something, or to connect to the machine. Abydos was the Mecca of the ancient world, and the Osireion was the Kaaba, the supreme energy center. In 2018, the University of Liverpool conducted a geophysical survey of the Osireion. The results confirmed the existence of voids beneath the building, possibly additional chambers. The groundwater contains conductive minerals, increasing the effectiveness of the piezoelectric system. In 2022, researchers discovered that the Osireion vibrates at a very low frequency, below 20 Hz, exactly like the Osiris Shaft. Modern science is beginning to prove what the theory says. The Osireion is not just a temple, it is a device. The official story says CDI built the Osireion around 1300 BC, but the evidence says otherwise. The granite used shows water erosion similar to the Sphinx, suggesting it was exposed to heavy rainfall in a prehistoric age, at least 5,000 years ago. The architectural design does not resemble any temple from the era of Seti I, but it exactly resembles the Osiris Shaft built before 2500 BC, and probably much older. This means the Osireion could be 7,000 years old or more, twice the age of the pyramids. It is the oldest energy machine ever discovered in human history. The Osireion whispers to us the same message as Giza. We were not primitive. We understood the cosmos. We built your machines thousands of years before you discovered electricity. Then our knowledge was lost, and now it is your turn to rediscover it. This message is engraved in granite, hidden underwater, waiting for 7,000 years. The Osireion is the greatest proof that human history is not what we think, and that the lost golden age was not a myth. It was real. What we started together in the Pyramid Code led us to the Sphinx Enigma, then to the heart of the Osiris Shaft, then to the Lost Network, and now to the Abydos Proof. All these sites are not isolated. They are pieces of one puzzle, an energy grid that stretched across ancient Egypt, built by people who knew the secrets of stone, water, sound, and stars. In future videos, we will leave Egypt. We will see if this network extended to Peru, to Turkey, to China. We will unveil the lost global energy civilization. Subscribe to Ancient Echoes. Hit the bell. Share this knowledge. Because the machine is still pulsing beneath the sand, and there are still those who can hear its echoes.